Go a little bit my. Does anyone else love that video? So I watch it, or we listen to it. I have a 2 and a 4-year-old, and a 13-year-old. But the 2 and the 4-year-old are now running around, Mommy, I want to listen to Psycho. So imagine the looks that I'm getting at the store, right? Anyway, love the song, getting me hyped for this video, my very first YouTube video. I am going to do a Goodwill outlet haul. I'm a reseller, which means that I go to thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales, whatever it is, and I find gently used and vintage clothing, sometimes new with tag. This gorgeous Coach bag behind me is new with tags. I'm going to be taking some pictures of it tonight. Anyway, so I find these items, I list them, I sell on Poshmark, and you guys get to buy them. So I did a haul on Wednesday. I'm in Colorado, and we had a blizzard. I know, in April. Crazy. The day before, I had just gotten my kids' summer clothes out. My daughter's telling me, Mom, it's not summer yet. We need to put all of our clothes away. And anyway, so Grandma calls on Wednesday, says, I want to watch the kids for a couple hours. And I'm like, sure, you can watch the kids for a couple hours. Drop them off. My husband is literally sending me a text message that says, CDOT says everyone needs to be going home as I'm heading to the bins. I get there, shop for 2 hours, and walk out with 64 items. And the snow is really starting to come down, pick up the kids. And I mean, it was a blizzard, but it was April. It wasn't anything crazy. But I am going to go through and show you my haul from then. I'm not going to go through all 64 items. I went through and picked out about 15 items that I thought I was really excited about and thought you guys would like to see. So let's get started. If you know me, you know I love purses. I love it all, actually, let's be honest. But I do love purses, and I was going through a bin. So if you haven't been to the bins, let me explain. They are ginormous bins, literally bins. And the workers just open bags and put them in. It's not organized. It's organized by clothing and stuff. But you'll have men, you'll have women, you'll have kids, you'll have sheets, whatever, no organization, and you just go through and find things. It's a lot more work than going to a store, but it also is by the pound. So it tends to be a little bit cheaper if you can find some good things. So I'm going through, and I think this is probably like one of the second or third things that I found, which is super exciting. It is a J. Crew Jericho tote, genuine leather. Let's see, J. Crew. There you go. It's such a good size, and I know I'm not the only woman who wants a ginormous purse. I like it for all my kids' stuff, diapers, and snacks, all the snacks, right? But it would also be really cool for a work purse. A laptop would totally fit in there, right? You could have a briefcase, not a briefcase. You could have documents and whatnot in there. And I really wish that you could like reach through YouTube and feel it. It is so soft, and it's in like great condition. There's a little bit of distress on the edge, but other than that, it's a fantastic bag. It is, I did a few comps. Let me get them up. Okay. It is like a $300 to $400 bag at retail, and it is comped at about $150 to $200. So that was an exciting find. Pair of jeans. Michael Kors. They are size 4, made of cotton. They have spandex in them, so they have stretch. Michael Kors, I mean, it's a nice brand. They don't resell overly expensive, but they sell well. So this is a 120-ish pair of jeans, and they'll go for, I don't know, 20 to 30 bucks probably. They have the cut-out distressed knees. They're straight. You can wear them straight or cuffed. They're a nice pair of jeans. I considered keeping them if they were my size. They, however, are not. That is the hard thing about reselling, is you want to keep it all. So Fortunately, it's not all my size. As you go through the bins, because they just throw bags into stuff, you can definitely tell when you get a bag of like the same person. Me and some of the other sellers like to call it a rich lady bag. For some other things, this would have been a vintage lady bag. I found there's probably at least 10 to 15 pairs of vintage jeans. I was super stoked because I love jeans, vintage jeans. They weren't all in good condition. I probably got like 4 to 6 pairs of them, but look at this pair. I mean, how sexy is that going to be if it were high-waisted? And I'm loving the high-waisted jeans. I'm not sure if you can call them high-waisted mom jeans. If you are a mom, are they just called jeans, or how that works? But I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I'm still learning, but it is a nice, these are probably 1970s, early 80s vintage. Great shape. Another reason I love vintage is because they stay in really good shape. So I don't like to price out vintage clothes because what they were 30 years ago is not necessarily what they are now. They add value. These probably go between 35 and 90. I know, huge range. So I'm gonna have to do a bit more research. So for any of you that are resellers, this probably isn't exciting. For me, I purchased my first pair of Paige. It's like a $200 pair of pants. I see them at the stores a lot, but the workers know their value, so they price them really high. So I've never bought a pair, but when I found them at the bins, I was super excited. And then I got home and saw that they are Jimmy Skinny, which means they're skinny jeans. And they also have some distress to them, which is definitely trendy right now, which means they'll sell fast and add value to them. I love her label. It's so like clean, right? So the Paige Jimmy Skinny are about $200 jeans. They retail for about $200. They resell between $40 and $60. I do want to point out the ginormous pimple on my forehead. I hope that you're ignoring it and paying attention to the awesome clothes that I have. I was gonna delay doing the video, but you know, I'm a mom of 3. You can probably hear my children upstairs screaming. I think the 2-year-old just fell off a chair. I don't have the luxury of waiting until everything's perfect. I'm a person. I get this on my face, whatever, right? So in that vintage ladies bag, I also found vintage Levi's. I thought they were vintage just by the look. The tag was cut out, so I couldn't tell for sure, but the nice thing about the bins is I bought them, didn't pay a ton for them, so even if they weren't vintage, they were high-waisted, and I knew that I could sell them. So last night I spent probably 30 minutes texting with my brother-in-law, who also sells on eBay, trying to figure out what era they were from, and we found out they are 1981 to 1984, which is called dead stock. It's the last time the factory was in the USA, which is pretty cool, right? These jeans could possibly be older than I am. And they're like, I mean, this is why I love vintage. Like, look at them. They're just in great shape. They are the red tag, the little E. I will eventually find a big E. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, vintage Levi's. So those are, I found other jeans, but those are like my favorite ones. I love shoes. I love them. The hard thing about the bins, and this is why I like to shop at stores too, is like I said, they just dump stuff into the bins. So you don't always find matches. I probably had, I don't know, 20 pairs of shoes, one shoe in my cart, and you just walk around and hope that you find another one. And I found probably about 5 pairs, which I feel like is pretty good at the bins. But it's devastating to have to put back a pair of Fry boots that you can't find the other one too. But I will show you the ones that I did find. Dansko's this is my first pair of dance coats that I've purchased. I don't like to have things in my closet. My closet is me. So I only like to buy things that I would personally wear or that I like. And I don't really like dance coats. I know they sell well and I know a lot of people like them, but I'm not the biggest fan of them. I did get these ones though because they have like a retro vibe to them, right? They're like 1970s with the high-waisted pants. And look at the stud and the little cutout here, the wooden heel. They're in absolutely great condition. I mean, there's some scuffs on the leather, but that's, you know. So, pair of Danskos size 10. Danskos retail. Oh, sorry, I dropped my water. Do you like my shark blanket? Can you tell I have kids? Danskos retail around $150, and they usually go between $40 and $60 reselled. Absolutely amazing. Oh my god. I wish I could wear heels, or that I had anywhere to wear heels. Like, who wants to chase after a 2-year-old in these? But this is why I like to resell, because these are gorgeous, and I'm going to buy them, and someone is going to wear them and love them, and they're going to be awesome. The beading is just amazing. So they're BCBG, oh wait, upside down. BCBG Girls, which isn't the highest BCBG label. Max Azaria is at the very top. But these are just gorgeous, and they'll sell. It's the season for them. They also have that like 1970s vibe, vintage vibe. They're not vintage, but they have that vibe. It's totally cute with like a high-waisted skirt, right? They are probably like $120 shoes, and they will probably resell between, I'd say like 30 to 40 maybe. So yeah, super sexy. I did find both of them, so always exciting at the bins. I think this is probably my first hat. I think it is my first hat that I'm going to be selling. I was inspired by one of my reseller friends, Modern Style Mel. Check her out on Poshmark. She also has a YouTube channel, and she has like the cutest hats that she wears, but then she also has a bunch that are really cute when she sells. And so I saw this, and I usually would pass it up, but I was like, it's so cute. And I always see hers, and I want them, so I bought it. It is John Callahan. And, oh, here, sorry, you want to see that. It's John Callahan, Permanent Vacation. These retail between $40 and $80. It's in great condition. I love this little thing right there too, right? It's in really good condition. They resell between, 30 and $40. So not a huge ticket item, but, nice to bundle, and it's summer, and it's a great item. Have I told you that I love vintage? Tell me it's not. Oh my god, right? I wish my kid was 18 months. He's ginormous. He actually is in like 3 to 4T, even though he's only 2. But London Fog, 18 months, vintage with the gumball machine and the geometric shapes. I couldn't find this exact one, so I'm thinking it's rare, which makes it higher in value. But London Fog, it's a good brand. Their vintage jackets go between like 20 and 40. So seeing as it's not winter, but it's vintage, I'll probably price a little bit higher, or that it's rare. And then I don't always, sometimes I just buy things because I like them. And tell me you don't like ugly Christmas sweaters. I can't even say it with a straight face. Look at that cat. I mean, they're like staring up at Santa. And the faux turtleneck with the Christmas lights. Totally not the season right now, but whenever I see one, I buy one. This might fit me, so I might keep it. Not a huge ticket item, but like I said, I love it. Oh. Cloth and Stone. It is sold at Anthropologie, which in the resale world, Anthropologie is like all the rage. Definitely pick up if you find something. I've never bought Cloth and Stone before. I've seen it at the stores, but they always have it priced really high. Size small. It's just a denim shirt. It's called a Jamboree denim shirt. What I loved when I saw it, it's very soft and like lightweight, but I love the frayed bottom. And if you follow me on Facebook, you saw my post yesterday about how to distress your jeans to get this. It's very trendy right now. And so I definitely wanted to pick this up, even though it was long sleeves, cloth and stone. Retails around $100. It'll probably resell for like 25 to 35. Dresses. So I like to diversify. One is time. I can't take 2 hours all the time to go to the bins, and they're also like 20 to 30 minutes away for the closest one from me. So I do go to the stores. What I like about the stores is I can say, I want dresses, which I love dresses, and go and spend 30 minutes and walk out with 50 dresses because I just go through dresses. You don't find dresses as often at the bins. So when I do find a dress, I pick it up. This is a French Connection. It is size 4. It's a navy, and you can see it's a lace. It's probably like a $250 dress. I don't know why French Connection doesn't resell that well. I love their stuff. But this will probably sell between, I don't know, 30 and 40 bucks. So, and then my last item. So like I said, I was at the bins, Grandma's watching the kids. It had been about 2 hours. I had just gone through all my stuff to make sure there was like no stains and whatever. I text Grandma, hey, I'm getting ready to leave. The snow's really coming down, whatnot. And she texts back, well, the kids just fell asleep, so take your time. Which like to a mother is like, ha ha ha. And a mom at the bins is like even better because so if you've been to the bins before, they have like rows and rows of them, and they bring out new ones, and then they had just brought out a new stack or a new row. And so what this means is they take out all the stuff that's been out for a couple hours, and they bring in new bins, probably like, I don't know, 6 or 8 of them maybe, and you can't touch anything. And so the employees roll it all out, and people line up all around the bins, can't touch anything. You know, people are like peeking over, seeing which one they want to go to. And then the employee yells, shop. And everyone, I mean, you're talking like 20 to 50 people, depending on the time of day, just go into it. And it's craziness. And so they just done that when I text Grandma, and it's so hard to like walk away from that because it means no one's gone through it, right? Text Grandma, she says you can stay. So I go over, and what is the first thing that I see? Is this beautiful fabric. I said, that looks like nice fabric. It's such a cool print on it, right? And then I felt it, and I said, ooh, that feels real nice, right? Well, that's because it's Escada. It's silk, vintage silk Escada. So definitely grabbed this, and then in bin style, I thought, I'm staying right here because this is nice. It probably means there's a lot of nice things around it. I found another Escada, and then I found a whole bunch of scarves. She loves scarves. I'm making up a story in my head. The lady loves scarves. I probably got 20 to 30 scarves. Some of them aren't anything crazy, just, you know, Target, whatnot. But then I did find a couple of really cool vintage ones in there too. So this vintage Escada silk shirt goes for, it probably originally was like $400 to $700, and it probably will resell between like 75 and 100. So that's a win for me. And I found another Escada as well. Such a cool, it's like a floral print. So that's what I was going to show you today. I hope you enjoyed my haul. I'm going to try and do these a little bit more often. Follow me. You can shop my closet on Poshmark, Sarah Styles LLC. Follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. And then if you go into my Facebook group, so it's Sarah Styles LLC, but then if you look at that picture, it says VIP Bitches. And what that is exclusive Sarah Styles. I do inventory there first. I do giveaways. So sometimes I'll go through my stuff and I miss something, and it's a small something, like a seam is a little loose. Something I would totally wear myself, but I don't want to sell it, and I give it away. So you can get some really cool free things in my group. And then I also go through and give you style tips. I do giveaways. I usually post my inventory there first at a discount. And this haul video, I am headed over to post it there. And you will get a significant discount on everything that I showed today. So join my groups, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Have a good day.